Hello, welcome back to our channel.
Hi, this is CinemaScope, where we discuss everything that has to do with films. Either that's movie news, newest trailers, or reviews for movies or classic movies and TV shows.
Today is huge. This is momentous huge.
Game day.
Yeah, this is game day, bro. This is the new trailer for James Gunn's new film called Superman, which was originally titled Superman Legacy. I don't really know why he changed that. Maybe he thought it sounded too pretentious, but
I love Legacy.
In any regard, this is almost 2 years in the making that every single superhero fan or just movie buffs or just movie goers has been talking about. This is massive, man.
The first movie in James Gunn's new DCU.
Yeah, James Gunn is creating a universe with this
Yes.
film. This is a make or break, and all the pressure, all of Hollywood, all of the movie business, Warner Brothers, everything is riding on this film, and I do not envy him, but
Yeah.
it's James Gunn, and we tend to believe in James Gunn. You tend to believe in him a bit more than I do. I'm a James
Yes.
Gunn fan, but I am 90% on James Gunn's side. There's just that 10% of doubt.
We can talk more about it during the discussion. I just really love how he's doing the business perspective of getting people to talk about it. But we can discuss that more later on.
So let's just jump right onto it. We'll probably have a pretty lengthy discussion at the end just because this is huge. So yeah, let's just get on to it. This is the trailer for Superman.
Let's go!
Oh my god. I can't handle it. Hey, that's like the Yamcha pose.
Oh my god.
Oh man, David Corenswet. I'm so hyped.
Oh my god, I love him already.
The music, since I already love it. Lois Lane.
Yes.
Oh man, I could just feel it. This feels so classic Superman already. Oh, this is me, Crypto.
So Crypto is here, okay.
Yeah, look at it.
Home. Take me home.
Oh. Oh my god.
That was Lex Luthor.
Dude, the music is just so
Superman.
How's that, Mr. Terrific? Oh my god. Wow.
Oh my god.
Need to watch that again.
Yeah.
Oh my lord,
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
No word of a lie. We watched that trailer a few times afterwards. Oh my god. Oh.
It's so momentous.
It is. I think the word is hope. This trailer not only gives me hope, but I feel like this is the hope that the moviegoers and the movie industry really needs. There's so much to say about this. I don't want it to be too long, but the first thing I gotta say is David Corenswet as Superman. For all the people out there that were huge Henry Cavill fans, which we were, we were huge. To me,
Henry Cavill looks like Superman.
Yeah,
come on.
Henry Cavill was Superman, but he was a darker version of Superman. He was a Superman that was broken by the world, and this movie is like Superman, he's so hopeful for the world and the world is attempting to break him. And I can just see, like, even with just like the color of the film so far, it's so bright, it's so vibrant. It just gives me the old Superman, the animated series slash like Justice League vibes, like from like the 90s and early 2000s, like those two shows. This is what this Superman feels like. It feels like the Superman that I grew up with. This feels like a mix of like the Christopher Reeves, like OG Superman with like some modern day twists in it. But man, like David Corenswet looks so good in this film. Like he looks like Superman, and I love his Clark Kent.
Yeah, it's like so goofy. I love it.
You would never expect him to be Superman.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the things, like, not to compare it to like the Henry Cavill one, but like as much as I really enjoyed Henry Cavill as Superman,
it looks so slick.
It looked too slick. Like he did not look like Clark Kent. Like he looked like Superman. Like whether he was in his costume or whether he was just in his regular clothes.
Yeah. The only difference is the glasses.
It's the glasses, but man, like this, I don't want to keep reiterating it, but like hope. This movie gives me that feeling of hope. The music is just on point. Like it has that, as I said, has that old kind of Christopher Reeves like music score, a bit of the Superman the animated series score as well, mixed with like James Gunn modern day stuff. There's so much to discuss, but like what are your thoughts on it?
This feels like so momentous. Like, you know, something that makes you feel like this is something that you watch in theaters. Like because right now, nowadays, we just wait for it to stream, right? But this one like makes you feel like, no, this is something special.
You want to watch it with a big group of people.
Yeah, something you have to witness this. This is like, it makes me feel like this is like a mark in history. This is like a change. This is like something that we all have to witness together. And and for us, like we only go to the theater like once when a movie comes out. We never really go to the movie, like to the theater like twice for a movie. But watching this makes me feel like we have to go twice, 3 times.
Yeah, man.
Like, oh my god, like this is just, it's so amazing. Yeah, it's like you gave the right word. Like it's hopeful and like, yeah, it's momentous. It's just like everyone is just on point. And honestly, when that boy raised the Superman flag and then like called out for Superman, like that was so much full of heart, that you can tell that this movie is not only gonna be grand, it's not only gonna be dark, but it's also gonna have hope. Like, you know, such as like all the, like, even though Superman is being beaten down for some reason, I think the storyline right now that people are kind of guessing is that it's because, like, you know, he doesn't want to kill. But and I think like all the superheroes are kind of going to him, like, you know, with Nathan Fillion being there as like Guy Gardner. It's just, and I think like they're all like trying to like comfort Superman or like guide him.
Give him advice or something like
that.
Yeah,
guide him or something.
So like James Gunn said about like a year and a half ago that this version of Superman, it has like the resemblance of, you know, Superman is trying to find his place in this world, you know, like where kindness is considered an old-fashioned idea. And that is like so poignant to just like the world we live in right now. Like right now, we are like in the darkest timeline, right? Yeah. It really does kind of feel like that. And when you watch this film and when you hear kind of like James Gunn's thoughts, like, you know, what he's been talking about this film for the last like year and a half, that it's going to be hope. It's going to be kindness. It's going to kind of go back to that Americana kind of like nostalgic feel of what life kind of was. And yeah, there was like a rumor going around, I don't know if this is like true or not, but like that the film is going to be somewhat of a thing where Superman is already established in this universe, and you know there's a lot of corruption and there's a lot of crime, I guess, and that the people they're not really turning against him, but they're basically saying like, you have the power to get rid of all of these villains. Why don't you just go out and kill them all? And it kind of seems like Superman is trying to find his place in a world where he's trying to bring kindness and hope to people, but they don't want that. They just want the darkness to leave, whether that's in a dark way. You know, there's like a saying where it's like, in order to defeat the monsters of the world, you have to become a monster. And not to like, again, not to throw shade on the Henry Cavill, because again, I loved Henry Cavill, but that's what that film and that's what that kind of Superman felt like, that he was becoming dark in order to fight the dark of the world. And like this version of David Corenswet playing Superman and James Gunn and like his kind of vision, it does seem that in order to fight the darkness, you have to become more of the light. And that's what I love about this. And like, yeah, when that kid was like holding the flag, it's just like a flag of like hope, and it's a flag of like, you know, peace, and we need a hero right now. And Superman is the best, like he is the best of us, and he is what you should kind of like, you know, he should be the core of the universe. And I think that's what James Gunn is doing, and that's why it's so perfect that Superman is the first film in this
his universe.
DC cinematic universe, because typically you think it would be like Batman, because like Batman is like a $1 billion franchise no matter what. Superman has kind of always kind of struggled at the box office, and even in like comic books, you know, most comic book writers have always said it's very hard to write for Superman, because like, how do you write about a god in a world full of like ants, right? It's very hard as a comic book reader, and even as like a moviegoer, just to kind of like relate to Superman. But I don't think we should relate to Superman. I think we should aspire to be like him, and when we look at him, it's like this god, this alien can destroy us all, but he chose to protect us, even though he's not from like this planet. And you can like see like a glimmer of that throughout this film. You know, you like see the people turning on him, you know, like throwing that pop can or something at his head. It's like they're turning on him, and it's almost like, you know, he's sad for the world that has kind of like become dark, and he, you know, he is trying to find his way in it, and he's trying to lead the people more into like the light. And my god, like I could just talk forever about this, because it's so like hope, like the S stands for hope on Krypton, and it's so perfect, and it just gives me like such inspiration, man. This trailer alone has given me so much inspiration, and this is the Superman that like I want, you know, our kid to grow up with, you know. And it's, man, James Gunn, whew.
This is so funny. This is just a teaser of a trailer.
Yeah.
It's not even a full trailer. It's just a teaser of a trailer, but we are just so hyped for this.
Yeah.
And what you said earlier is like, it's so funny, because yes, our world is so dark right now.
Yeah.
Politics in America and Canada, like
Just
and
everywhere.
like all the politics,
The wars.
like all the destruction and downfall of governments, like you know, there's so much happening in the world right now that it makes me feel so excited for a Superman film. I feel and I hope that James Gunn made this film into like something that makes us all hopeful, like makes us all like, you know, have like hope in the world again, like believe in superheroes, believe in the goodness of people, believe in kindness. And I just want to say that everyone here looks so good.
Yeah.
Like, except like Nathan Fillion's like haircut.
I'm sorry, man, like I am a Green Lantern fan. I know he's playing Guy Gardner, and I know that's like the OG Guy Gardner look, but it just, I laughed internally. I didn't want to laugh during the reaction, but I was like, that's what you're going with. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but everybody looks so good. I am so excited. Like, I don't know anything about David Corenswet besides like watching this trailer, and I can see already that, oh my god, he is Superman.
Yeah, man.
But I know about Rachel Brosnahan from, you know, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and I'm so excited to see her. And like, of course, Nicholas Hoult, which has done like so many films.
He looks menacing. Like, he looks like Lex Luthor. Like, not to go back again, but like Jesse, what's his name? I think Jesse Eisenberg or whatever. I can't remember his name. I am a fan of his. Like, he's a good actor, but he was definitely a Lex Luthor for this generation, and that's all I'm gonna say. This Lex Luthor, like Nicholas Hoult, is like the Lex Luthor, like the one that is that can go toe to toe with Superman, and he doesn't even have any powers, but you know he could take down Superman with his intellect, with his, you know, malice, with his malevolence. Like, oh man, like this was like such good casting, and you could tell, like you could see the anger in Lex Luthor's face in this trailer with like a few of the shots. Like, he wants to take down this alien, and I can kind of see it. Like, he kind of thinks that he is the hero. Like, Lex Luthor thinks he's the hero and that Superman is the villain, and that makes the best kind of villain, where they think that they are doing right, but they are going about it in like an evil way. Like, yeah, like the cinematography looks phenomenal. It's so bright and vibrant that like it does remind me of the old Superman, the animated series. Like, you know, it just gives me that kind of like 90s nostalgic kind of like vibe to it. And again, like the music and just the way David Corenswet is portraying Clark Kent in the trailer alone, like even just like a few glimpses, it just gives me that Christopher Reeves thing. You know, it gives me that wholesome kind of schoolboy, like, you know, rescuing the cat from the tree. Like, it just gives me that Superman feel. It doesn't give me a dark and brooding like that. Like, leave that for Batman. And Batman is my favorite superhero. But, like, Superman doesn't need to be Batman. Superman needs to be Superman, and he needs to reintroduce himself to the people that it's okay to like light. It's okay to like hope. It's okay to, like, not everything needs to be dark and brooding. And I think that goes with, like, all superhero films. And that's why I think this movie is so important to not only like DC and Warner Brothers, but it's important to like the movie industry as a whole, because I think we're so obsessed with darkness. We're so obsessed with, like, you know, like dark and brooding and like all this stuff. It's kind of nice to just see something that gives you like hope, and it gives you like this aspiration just to like do better and to like lead the, like go onto the path of light.
I don't think we're obsessed in darkness.
I
think I think just the old DC was like so obsessed with darkness.
Yeah.
Like, I think the old DC before James Gunn, post
like
James
metaphorically and physically. Sometimes you couldn't even see the film.
That was like my main thing with them. It's like, holy crap! It's like, this is like too dark. I cannot see like the like the things on the film.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying so hard to be different from MCU that they're going through they're going like 360. They're going like, you know, the dark way, so
180.
that 180. Sorry. They're going 180. Like, they're going to the dark road just so like they have to be so different. But honestly, I don't have any idea about what is the story in here, but I love, like, you know, I love what this teaser is like showing us, because we're seeing Superman saving a little girl, and then Superman being down and beaten. Superman like being like, you know, like being in love. Superman being like people like throwing cans on him, and then the other superheroes like, you know, trying to go to his rescue. Like, we are seeing like the mix of dark and light, and I love that, because I feel like that is what DC needs, because that is what is amazing about DC. Like, I'm not really a comic book fan, but he's always like talked to me about like stories of like Batman, like, you know, the stories that DC has, and I've always like seen that DC has so much layers. Like, not only do they have like hope and like light in them, but they have like darkness that makes like people relate to them more, because they're the superheroes here are flawed. And that is what I love about DC, and I'm so like hopeful in watching this teaser trailer that James Gunn is showing us that. And I don't really see a lot of the world in here, but based on the pictures from like, you know, the leak before, it looked, I love the feel of it. Even from the teaser here, like, I love the feel of like, you know, modern but old. I love that kind of like mix, and I'm just so excited.
We can probably talk more, and like maybe we'll do a part 2 of this where we just kind of discuss more about this, because I really want to talk more about like not only like this movie and trailer, but kind of where DC is headed towards. So maybe we'll do that, we'll see. But as you can tell, we hate this trailer and we hope this universe fails. No, I'm just kidding. This is like, I don't know. I really can see this being a huge film next year. Like, I mean, no, I don't know if it's $1 billion film, because it's still Superman, and Superman has never been. It's weird. Like,
and it's
Superman,
also DC.
Yeah, like Superman is such like, he was the very first superhero kind of, but like he's never really been mainstream. Like, people know of Superman, but like, I don't know. I'm really hopeful that people will just go out and watch this film and give it a chance, and not
like,
just kind of
so.
Forget about the DC EU, like forget about the Snyderverse. Like, it was beautiful for what it was, but it didn't connect, and that's the biggest thing for me.
It didn't bring box
I haven't
office.
really watched a lot of people's reactions to this, or like their opinions, because I wanted to like kind of go into this cold turkey. But like, it kind of like, from the few glimpses that I've seen, it seems like people are like in awe, or like they feel inspired, and like you didn't really feel that with the old DC universe. So I'm really hoping people just give this a shot, you know, and like you know, this movie needs to hit. It needs to hit, like, and I really hope it does hit, because it's really nice to kind of get away from like the dark universe and kind of just like embrace what Superman is. And Superman is like the light at the end of the tunnel. So, man, July 11th it's coming out. I could have sworn it's coming out in June, but I don't know. We are
At least
definitely
it's next year.
yeah, we're definitely seeing it. We'll do a review on it, and we cannot wait to see what else is going to happen in this.
Yes.
So let me know your guys' thoughts down below, what you thought of it. What do you guys think of David Corenswet, man? Because that was a big debate on him versus Cavill. I mean, we didn't even talk about David Corenswet's costume, but maybe we'll do that in another video. Yeah. But
it looks good.
Yeah, it looks. I love it, and Crypto looks awesome. We didn't even talk about Crypto. There's so much to talk about.
Yes.
Let's just wrap it up. But yeah, let us know your guys' thoughts, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
See you.